Good morning, second graders. Welcome to Thursday Math Lesson 4 review. So far this week, we've been reviewing math lessons 2 and 3. You've been doing a lot of work on word problems. Well, today we're going to wrap our minds around understanding odd and even numbers. You have, let me back up and say, this is nothing new, but I do want to introduce a book to you, Even Steven and Odd Todd, a read aloud math story. Wrap our heads around even and odd numbers in a fun way.
Even Steven and Odd Todd, written by Catherine Cristaldi, illustrated by Henry B. Morehouse. Even Steven lived on the edge of town in a 2-story house with a 4-bicycle garage. He had 6 cats, 8 gerbils, 10 goldfish, and a flower garden with 12 sprinklers. "I'll have 2 loaves of bread," said Even Steven when he went to the bakery. At the library, he checked out 4 books. At the post office, he bought 8 stamps. Even Steven loved everything to be even. "There's nothing odd about him," his neighbors told each other. One day, Even Steven heard a knock on his door. He looked out the window. It was his cousin, Odd Todd. Even Steven pulled down the shade and turned off the lights. "No one is home," he shouted. He heard 3 knocks. He heard 5 knocks. Then he heard 7 knocks. "Stop, stop!" Even Steven cried out twice. He opened the door. "Odd Todd," said Even Steven. "What a surprise!" "Hey, cuz," came a voice from behind 3 odd-shaped suitcases. "Guess who's spending the summer with you?" Even Steven looked up and down the street. He looked behind the bushes. He looked under the welcome mat. He did not see anyone except Odd Todd. It was going to be one long summer. The next morning, Even Steven got up at 8 o'clock sharp. He was very hungry. "I will make pancakes for breakfast," he said. "If I make 4 pancakes, I can have 2 now and save 2 for lunch. If I make 8 pancakes, I can have 4 now and save 4 for lunch." Even Steven smacked his lips. Counting pancakes made him very, very hungry. He decided to make 12 pancakes, 6 for now and 6 for lunch. Just then, Odd Todd woke up. It was 9 o'clock sharp. "Yum, I smell pancakes," he said. Odd Todd rubbed his stomach 13 times. He went into the kitchen. Even Steven was washing his plate. He did not see his cousin. "Good morning, cuz," said Odd Todd, with his mouth wide open. Even Steven's mouth fell open too. He stared at the plate of pancakes. Now there were only 3 odd pancakes for lunch. "What's so good about it?" Even Steven snapped. He went out to work in his garden. Even Steven loved his garden more than anything. "Today I will plant 6 rows of petunias, 8 rows, honk, honk, honk." Even Steven looked up. Odd Todd rode by on a tricycle with 3 wheels, 5 different colored streamers, and a horn shaped like a parrot. Odd Todd waved with one hand. He was not watching where he was going. Odd Todd rolled straight into Even Steven's garden. Even Steven's face turned beet red. 2 puffs of smoke came out of his ears. "My prize 4-leaf clovers!" he shouted. "Look what you have done!" "I'm really, really, really sorry," Odd Todd said. "I'll buy you lunch," he added. Even Steven thought it over. It was almost noon. Odd Todd could not get into trouble as long as they were together. The pair of cousins headed for town. Even Steven and Odd Todd went to the pizza place. I would like 4 slices, said Even Steven. 2 with onions and 2 with olives. I would like 3 slices, said Odd Todd. 1 plain, 1 with extra cheese, and 1 with gummy worms. Even Steven looked at his cousin's pizza. There were 9 pink worms on it. 9 squishy, wiggly worms. His face turned green. You look a little pale, cuz, said Odd Todd. You should get out in the sun more. Even Steven and Odd Todd walked to the ice cream shop. I will have 2 scoops of double dip chocolate, said Even Steven. I will have triple nutty fudge sundae, said Odd Todd. Extra nuts, please. Even Steven went to look for a seat. Odd Todd brought the ice cream. Even Steven took a bite of his ice cream. Then he saw something odd. It was the nuts. There were exactly 11 nuts, he screamed. Who put nuts on my double dip chocolate? Even Steven's face turned blue. 4 puffs of smoke came out of his ears. No need to thank me, cuz, Odd Todd smiled. They were extras. On the way home, Even Steven saw a sign in the flower shop. Perfect garden contest, big prize. I have a perfect garden, said Even Steven. It's perfect because it's perfectly even. He wrote his name on the contest list. Hey, cuz, check out this plant, said Odd Todd. Even Steven did not answer. He ran home and turned on his 12 sprinklers. Then Even Steven took a nap. He dreamed about winning the big prize. Even Steven woke up and went to his perfect garden. The contest judge would be coming soon. Even Steven counted the 6 rows of petunias, his 8 rows of daisies, his 10 rows of sunflowers, and 1 row of cactuses. Each cactus had 5 long, sharp needles. Even Steven's face turned purple. 6 puffs of smoke came out of his ears.
Look at the kitty.
That's it, Even Steven screamed. I can't take you anymore, cousin. You are too odd. Just then the contest judge came over to the garden. Odd, yes, but I like it. We have a winner. He handed Even Steven 2 tickets. 2 tickets to Twin Lakes. Even Steven smiled. Now who shall I take on this trip for 2? He asked. Don't worry, cuz, Odd Todd said. My 3 bags are already packed.
Oh, what a great story. What a great story.
He screamed. Who put nuts on my double dip?
All right, that was a fun story to get us thinking about odd and even numbers. So here's just a review of thinking of what a number that is even looks like and what a number that is odd looks like. It always has one left over in the grouping. And thinking about making 2 equal groups to tell if a number is even or odd. So want to read through this, but for the sake of time, I'm going to leave it here for you to take a look at, or you can pause the video and read through it yourself. We're also going to do a couple questions together to show whether you can make 2 equal groups out of the volleyballs and the little lions, and then tell if the number is odd or even or odd. So 14 volleyballs is an even or odd number. Should be able to see it right away. And out of the little lions, 11, is it an even or an odd number? You should be able to see it right away. There's 1 left over. We're going to write a doubles fact for 8. What plus what equals 8? But the numbers have to match. They have to match. And if we write a doubles plus 1 fact for 9, it's two numbers that match. We add one more to equal 9. What are those numbers? We're also, when we work on even and odd numbers in a grouping, we skip count to find even numbers. So here, skip count by twos to finish this list started 2, 4, 6, and then stop at the number of 20. We can do that together, or do this with an adult or older brother and sister. And then the numbers on the list in problem 10 are even. Problem 10 are even 2, 4, 6, 8. Oops, I'm not supposed to tell you. You should know them. The numbers less than 20 that are not listed on this list are odd. So let's circle the even numbers and underline the odd numbers. And you can do that now. Finally, for just purposeful practice and something fun to do, I think, is to choose an activity from the even Steven and odd Todd story. Whatever activity you do, and it could be a number checker. It could be the two-handed grab. It could be the 2 by 2, the divvy up, or count by twos. Whatever you decide to do, and then you do it, please write about it in your blue composition notebook with today's date at the top of your page, and your teacher may ask you to share it with her or maybe the rest of the class as a share out. And then you can talk about what you did. Hopefully you have a lot of fun with this. And finally, in your Envision workbook that we've been taking a look at this week, this is optional, but it's good purposeful practice. If you focus between the pages of 81 to 91, we're asking that you take a look at 2 or more pages and complete them just to get you stronger, to get you faster, to get you more confident in working with odd and even numbers. So that is it for today. I think it's plenty, don't you? But it should be a lot of fun. And we will talk about it, odd and even numbers, even more in small group. All righty. We'll see you later.